Welcome back. Heavy rainfall across the Suncoast earlier this evening. Let's head over to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with more for your first alert forecast.
Jess, the good news is that the heavy rain that we saw earlier today is over for the time being. We could see some other showers popping up later on tonight. This is the Anna Maria webcam, but at 11 o'clock this morning, it started really coming down at times at a rainfall rate of 3 inches an hour. That's what it was, 3 inches an hour. And some of the rainfall totals from some rain gauges there. Now, Holmes Beach, 4.23. That's the highest amount I could find right now. Anna Maria at 3.45 near Bimini Bay, and Manatee High School just to the north thereof, over 3.5 inches of rainfall. Northwest Bradenton near Hawthorne Park, the neighborhood there, over 2 inches of rainfall. But it came all at once, and boy, it really caused some flooding problems along Manatee Avenue, across portions of Western Manatee Avenue, also in 9th Street. Some heavy rainfall there causing some flooding problems. And right now, all that rain, at least the heaviest rain, is well out of our immediate area. You can still see it heading toward Highlands County. Some heavy showers there. Southeast DeSoto County getting some light to moderate rain. To the west of us, there's still some energy out here. You can still see some yellows showing up now and again. This is all going to be pushing in our direction. So although we got a little break right now, we'll see more showers developing, I think, through the evening, on again and off again. We're not expecting a lot of accumulation with this activity out there in the Gulf. We could see up to a ½ inch in some isolated areas, I believe, lesser amounts across most of the area. Right now, moderate rainfall in the southeast DeSoto County. The heavy rain that had been around has since moved out of Siesta Key and Sarasota, as well as Manatee County into Bradenton, as well as Holmes Beach and Longboat Key. The rainfall estimate's over 4.3 inches right there, and that's pretty much what we have at Holmes Beach. So the estimate's doing pretty well on the Doppler site. Also near US 301 in Onico, getting some rainfall at 2.5 to 3 inches of rain there estimated over the past several hours. Now, as far as any watches or warning, those have since expired. We had a flood advisory earlier. Here's the forecast, calling still for some more rain through about midnight, and then things start to taper off after that. We'll look for clearing skies tomorrow morning, and then by the midday, it should be beautiful, sunny, breezy, and cooler with less humidity around. We'll have more on another front headed our way coming up in a few minutes. Jess?
Thank you, Bob. The most recent video of a car pushing a motorcycle off the road raises questions about road rage. It seems these road rage incidents are happening more and more. ABC 7's Christopher Brantley joins us live with the story. Christopher.
Good evening, Jess. A Florida Highway Patrol trooper we spoke to today said when you're behind the wheel of a vehicle like this, oftentimes you're already running at a 7 out of 10. So when you get angry, it doesn't take much to overreact. This video is just the latest situation of road rage here on the Suncoast. It appears to show a car pushing a motorcycle off the road.
Well, it scared the heck out of me. I mean, I'm not sure who was to blame there.
Reginald Olgens saw the video online and got worried, partly because he rides bikes on the road often.
We have people that cut us off. They don't pay attention, and when you're on a bike, you're a smaller vehicle, so you don't get the respect that, you know, you do with the bigger vehicles.
The Florida Highway Patrol says these incidents are happening more.
Every season we do see an increase, and that is simply because there are more people on the road, all vying for the same space.
All anger can be traced back to the perception of violation.
Meaning you get angry because you feel as if you've been personally wronged.
It's not that someone made a poor decision, it's that someone cut me off. He disrespected me.
But Dr. Christopher Cortman says it's not usually personal.
People out there are driving to get where they're going, and they're doing what they're doing, and it has nothing to do with me.
And if you do act out, it's important to remember those actions could follow you.
When you're in your vehicle and you take action like that, you're actually committing a crime. That is aggravated battery. You can kill somebody doing that, seriously injure someone.
Both Dr. Cortman and the Florida Highway Patrol suggest keeping calm.
In an instant, you can change your life for the worse. So let's go ahead and take the time, leave a little bit earlier, take a deep breath, and everyone will be good.
A study conducted by the nonprofit news organization called The Trace found there were 1,300 gun-related road rage incidents in the U.S. between January 2014 and December 2016. 146 of those were here in Florida. That's the most in the state. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Christopher. One woman is in the hospital after a car crashed into a nail salon in Port Charlotte. Charlotte County fire officials say a Toyota SUV jumped the curb and crashed into Fancy Nail Salon on Tamiami Trail just before noon. A 60-year-old woman in the salon was injured from the incident and transported to the local hospital. Charlotte County Fire and EMS Special Operations Squad were called on the scene and evaluated the structural damage. They say the building is considered stable. The city of Holmes Beach is taking steps to make their community safer. 14 pedestrian safety signs were recently added to the city's S-curves. This comes on the heels of a January accident where a vehicle struck 2 pedestrians in the 5600 block of Gulf Drive. One of those pedestrians was killed in the accident. The signs do flash and they warn drivers that they could encounter pedestrians.
We still want the pedestrians to use the proper walkways, the proper crosswalks. We don't want them crossing the street on the curve, but we know that we're not going to be able to stop that. We can just try and educate them and educate the driving public that they might encounter a pedestrian in the curve.
There are plans to upgrade the crosswalks where pedestrians will be able to push a button and lights will flash to warn drivers. That's expected to be talked about at an upcoming Holmes Beach City Commission meeting. Sarasota County's election supervisor says he's in need of paid workers for 2 elections later this year. Ron Turner says he needs dozens of workers to help operate the county's 99 precincts for primary and general election nights. He says it's a good chance to see an election from the grassroots level. They're long days, though, 6 a.m. to about 8 p.m.
Many people think that it's a volunteer position, but it's actually paid under Florida law. The positions range depending on the position. There's clerk, there's an assistant clerk position, an inspector position, a poll deputy positions, but those range from $150 payment to $260 depending on the position and level of responsibility.
You must be registered to vote in Sarasota County to work an election. Turner is trying to staff the precincts for the primary on August 28th and the general election on November 6th. If you're interested, you'll need to go through a training session. The details are on our website, mysuncoast.com. Sarasota is named one of the best places to live in the United States. It's one of only four Florida cities that made the top 50 rankings in the U.S. It's part of the U.S. News and World Report's Best Places to Live list. The rankings were based on quality of life and job markets, along with other factors. Sarasota was ranked 34th. The article highlights the city's warm temperatures year-round, award-winning beaches, and a thriving arts and cultural scene. It also mentions that Sarasota continues to attract new residents with great restaurants and plenty of shopping options. Still to come on your Suncoast News, a new discovery raises more questions about the integrity of Facebook's platform. Details when we return.
It's California Closet's Lighting and Accessories Sales Event. Save up to $1,000 now through April 30th. Call 1-800-CAL-CLOSETS for your free design consultation or visit us online at californiaclosets.com.
I heard about the Dotole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
20 years ago, the moviegoers of Sarasota looked up at the silver screen and wanted something more. And they got exactly what they wanted. 20 years of some of the best independent films from around the world. The most iconic Hollywood stars walking the red carpet. The most glamorous parties in Southwest Florida. 20 years building up to the most exciting announcement in, well, 20 years. At the Sarasota Film Festival, April 13th to the 22nd.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Rugs as Art. You know the name, you know the building, but do you know what's inside? Yes, Rugs As Art is Florida's #1 area rug superstore. But there is so much more. Amazing furniture, accessories, and art. All this and more. Come see for yourself. You'll love our personal touch and be pleasantly surprised by our affordable prices. Rugs As Art and more. There is so much more to explore.
The Wild Broadway series brings you Funny Girl. Fanny Brice dreams of being famous and through sheer guts and determination becomes a star of the Ziegfeld Follies. Playing March 28th through April 15th, it's the songs and story that generations have grown to love. Call the Players Center at 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. Don't rain on my parade. Come see Funny Girl.
It's California Closet's Lighting and Accessories Sales Event. Save up to $1,000 now through April 30th. Call 1-800-CAL-CLOSETS for your free design consultation or visit us online at californiaclosets.com.
Don't take your feet for granted. They work hard and can tell you more about your health than you may realize. Here's Mary Maloney with more.
Healthy feet are happy feet. Comfortable shoes are important, but so are personal habits in order to avoid serious problems later, especially for those diagnosed with diabetes. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention suggest seeing a podiatrist at least once a year. Some diabetics have a reduced blood flow to the legs and feet, which can make it difficult to recognize a problem. So don't smoke, or stop if you do. Smoking can reduce blood flow to the feet. Be active and maintain a healthy weight, but try and choose foot-friendly activities. The CDC also suggests being familiar with and recognizing the body's warning signs about potential health issues with the feet. Those may include tingling or burning, numbness, color and temperature change, leg pain, or cramping. See a doctor if you recognize these signs. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mary Maloney.
Now your ABC 7 weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Again, showing the forecast calling for showers and storms well down to the south and east of us now. We are looking at that activity clearing out here. This is at 11:30 a.m. and you can see that that activity will be well past us. Here's what the tower cam is showing. Some clouds around, still some showers off in the Gulf. But tomorrow midday, it's going to be nice out there. We still have some showers, I mentioned, moving onshore, and we'll do so periodically through the night. I don't think we'll see the activity that we saw earlier because the energy just isn't there, but still enough instability in the atmosphere with that frontal boundary so close to us that we are going to see a chance for a few showers and storms. Let's go to the radar picture and show you what's going on right now as far as that goes. And the heaviest rain by far down to our south, but still notice some rainfall out there in the Gulf of Mexico streaming in our general direction. The heaviest rain by far is well to the south and east of our immediate area. And looks like we will see, though, some scattered showers down again. You see that kind of lined up just to the west of Sarasota and Siesta Key as a result of, again, of the stationary front, which turned into a, wow, that's not good, a stationary front which turned into a cold front that moved on through. It's cooled things down into Tallahassee now, 65, 58 in Jacksonville. So yes, we're going to get some of this cooler air. And get this, we're going to get down into the 50s, it looks like, not tonight, but on Monday morning and Tuesday morning, it's going to be significantly cooler here. Right now, the Gulf water temperature at 78 degrees, all into the low 70s with the exception of Sebring now at 69, Arcadia at 71, Northport, you're at 72 degrees, 71 in Cortez and 75 in Bradenton. Currently, we have 72 degrees. And some raindrops still on our lens there, but we are looking at some partial clearing, but not much. 67 in the dew point. These winds will switch around to a northwesterly direction, and that will usher in some cooler air as well. Well, at the airport, finally, some rainfall. We needed it. It's getting extremely dry around town, 1.24 inches. On top of that, kind of washes the pollen out of the atmosphere as well. And we're still at a deficit, though, over 3 inches below average. Again, some computer issues, but nonetheless, some snow falling into Minnesota and Wisconsin this evening. That will stretch quickly off toward Michigan tonight. I don't think Detroit will see it, but we will see some heavier snowfall moving into Minnesota and South Dakota, even in Nebraska over the upcoming days as a result of a lot of moisture moving on in from the west. Now, snow flurries occurring across parts of New York and out west. That steady plume of moisture continues to move onshore, and that is all a result, again, of that Pineapple Express when the moisture extends all the way from Hawaii into California. And that snowstorm will develop and use that moisture and dump up to a foot of snow into central Minnesota and parts of Minnesota. Also in the Nebraska, look at up to 3, maybe 5 inches of snowfall there as this upper level low sits here. That's a good sign, because had it continued to move off to the east on Saturday, it would have caused a massive winter storm over the northeast, but it looks like now they'll get just mainly rainfall throughout that region. Well, here's the boating forecast. Not the best, but at least some sunshine out there. Seas running 2 to 4 feet with a moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. The extended forecast then, a nice day on Wednesday, a bit breezy in the morning. Thursday looks outstanding, 81 for a high. Friday, pretty much the same story. Saturday, not to worry, it should be pretty good. It will be warmer, 84, a little humidity will come back into play. And then the next cold front due to arrive, creating windy conditions. Small craft advisories more than likely issued. This will probably be a first alert weather day, so there's a potential for some thunderstorms in the mix and some moderate to heavy rainfall as well on Sunday night. By Monday, things start to clear out and turn much cooler. I mentioned upper 50s to low 60s on Monday morning, and on Tuesday morning we'll have upper 50s, even some mid 50s well inland. So a little reprieve before the summer heat gets here. Jess?
Thank you, Bob. Now time to check on your first alert traffic for the drive home. I-75 is looking pretty clear tonight, besides the area around the University Parkway exit. The northbound lanes are backed up as well, heading east on University. In consumer news, a new discovery raises more questions about the integrity of Facebook's platform and the content hosted there. Turns out the biggest Black Lives Matter page on Facebook is fake. The page Black Lives Matter had almost 700,000 followers on Facebook, more than twice as many as the official Black Lives Matter page. It was a scam with ties to the middle-aged white man in Australia. A review of the page and associated accounts and websites shows it was tied to online fundraisers. The page brought in at least $100,000 that supposedly went to Black Lives Matter causes in the U.S. Facebook has since suspended the page. Tommy Hilfiger's new line makes dressing easy for everyone, including those with disabilities. It includes dresses, jackets, and jeans that feature magnetic closures and magnetic buttons. There are double plackets for seated wear and pants that have Velcro closures and magnetic flies and zippers, along with adjustable leg openings and hems. Paralympian Jeremy Campbell, paraplegic dancer Chelsea Hill, model and amputee Mama Cax, and others were hired to model the line. Tommy Hilfiger says the collection empowers differently abled adults to express themselves through fashion. The Harry Potter books are getting a makeover. This year marks the 20th anniversary of the American publication of Book 1, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. To mark the occasion, Scholastic has tapped artist Brian Selznick to design new jackets for the series. When placed side by side chronologically, the 7 books create a single image that tells Harry's story from his arrival at 4 Privet Drive to his final battle of Hogwarts. Scholastic plans to release a collectible box set designed by Selznick in September. Entertainment news is next. Stay with us.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Fun for the whole family. The 26th Annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival, benefiting special athletes of Sarasota County, fossil vendors, arts and crafts, food, children's games, and live entertainment with headliners the Gator Creek Band on Friday night, Rockin' Rogues, Maiden Cane, Glass Onion, Kettle of Fish, Paisley Craze, and the Boogeymen. Admission $4, children 12 and under free. Parking is free. The annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival, April 13th, 14th, and 15th at the Venice Airport Festival Grounds.
The La Musica International Chamber Music Festival. the annual celebration of a distinctive cultural gem in Sarasota, with renowned musicians from around the world. April 9th through April 18th at the Sarasota Opera House. Visit lamusicafestival.org, click on Festival, open tickets, and get your seats now.
The Mark, Sarasota. Landmark living in the center of it all. A private oasis in the sky. Luxurious private amenities. Promenade shopping and dining. The best of downtown downstairs. Now under construction and priced from the mid-700s. This is life right where you want it. Call or visit our Discovery Sales Gallery today. The Mark Sarasota, presented by the Culture Group.
When money's tight and emergencies arise, CashNetUSA.com is available 24/7 to deliver quick loans for approved customers when they need it the most.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
In entertainment news, former Silicon Valley star TJ Miller is out of jail and facing a federal charge accused of calling in a fake bomb threat. Back in March, Miller called 911 and reported that there was a female Amtrak passenger who had a bomb in her bag. Amtrak officials stopped the train and found no evidence of any explosive device or materials. Investigators then realized Miller was on a different train than the one he told the 911 dispatcher. That train was also searched and found to have no explosive device. Witnesses say Miller appeared to be intoxicated and fighting with a woman sitting near him. A longtime member of rock band Fleetwood Mac is out of a job. Guitarist Lindsey Buckingham was fired over a disagreement about the band's upcoming tour. Neil Finn of Crowded House and Mike Campbell of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers have both been tapped to replace him. Buckingham joined Fleetwood Mac in 1974, along with then-girlfriend Stevie Nicks, and left in 1987, only to return to the band in 1997. Fleetwood Mac has not confirmed any dates for the upcoming tour. TV personality Kate Gosselin is starring in a new TLC show that might have a familiar sound. It's called Kate Plus Date. Gosselin gained popularity with her ex-husband on the reality show John and Kate Plus 8, which profiled their family of twins and sextuplets. The Goslins divorced in 2009 after a 10-year marriage, and now Kate is looking to take another chance at love. Kate Plus Date is coming to TLC this fall. We'll be right back with more news and weather. Stay with us.
It's California Closet's Lighting and Accessories Sales Event. Save up to $1,000 now through April 30th. Call 1-800-CAL-CLOSETS for your free design consultation or visit us online at californiaclosets.com.
My name is Stephen Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been arrested in the state of Florida, the state attorney's office is already working on your prosecution. It's time to work on your defense. So give us a call. We've got your back.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score. It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach. Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Invest in Kids is a $7.5 million project to build a new Boys and Girls Club in South Manatee County. I'm Caleb Grimes, and I was a club kid. It's where I learned important life lessons, leadership, integrity, responsibility, and baseball. Thousands of kids attend the Boys and Girls Clubs, and after years of use, their club is slowly falling apart. Help us invest in kids. Make your donation today.
One of the motivating factors for me to become a Big Brother was that I was mentored as a youth. And it was important for me to kind of pass forward the things that were kind of given to me. It's really just as simple as getting to know a kid. You don't have to be an athlete, you don't have to be rich, you don't have to have any of those other things. You just have to be willing to spend a little time and help mold some young person's life.
Selfless service is the guiding principle of every Army National Guard soldier. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. To be an Army National Guard soldier is to serve something greater than yourself. Learn more at nationalguard.com.
It's California Closet's Lighting and Accessories Sales Event. Save up to $1,000 now through April 30th. Call 1-800-CAL-CLOSETS for your free design consultation or visit us online at californiaclosets.com.